Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to All the Mods 10 Limited Edition. I almost forgot the name right there because I have been away for a while. Not that you guys noticed because I pre-recorded a bunch of stuff, I will admit. So the past few episodes I've had in the bank, let's say, and they've been slowly trickled out to you guys. I did loads of recording in one day. Did 4 episodes in one day, which is insane for me. I also was proper poorly that day as well, so I don't know how I managed to do it in the end, but still, we did it. Now, I've got a load of comments recently about, I think it's the unholy, what is it? Unholy, this stuff. So the way we're doing it is we're just using some strange matter on a dubious container. Now, I have had the comment about the dubious container, saying that we could just right-click one of these dubious containers on a Vex, and we can get ourselves loads of unholy intelligences that way. Which I did not know until you guys commented it. So thank you for the comment, but I'm not going to do that. I have already set up all the strange matter and everything, so it seems like a bit of a waste if I don't use it, if I'm honest. We got this one right here that gets us a little bit of strange matter, which is always good, isn't it? Strange matter. Would you please no? Thanks. Weirdos. Anyway, yeah, that gets us the strange matter. Now, I was just looking at it. I think this is one of the... Okay, I've been complaining about refined storage for, this entire time, right? But this is one of the good things about refined storage right here. I wanted strange matter. So, and that one gets you 0.2 of a bucket, so 200 millibuckets, right? And it gets you some of this shell fire, and it gets you some sulfuric acid as well, out of one of these Endric components and a bucket of lava. You stick that in wherever it is, right? And you get these 3 things. Now, if it was applied energistics, and let's say this was the way that we were going to get all 3 of these things, we would have to have 3 separate recipes. 1 for strange matter, 1 for shell fire, and 1 for sulfuric acid. Because it only, recognizes the primary thing. It doesn't recognize all the other stuff, right? So, I count that as a plus, because refined storage is just nah, this is how you make the thing. And then you give these things priorities as well. So let's say we set this one to priority 1. And then we have another one that is specifically for sulfuric acid. Say there's a better recipe, for example. We can have another setup, which is set to priority 2, which is bigger than 1. Meaning that it will go to that one first when it's trying to make some sulfuric acid. Anyway, that's beside the point. Thank you for everyone that commented about that. That was actually really useful. I wish I'd known that before I set any of this up. So that was a really cool thing to find out. I bet you it says it on here somewhere. Can also be built on walls and ceilings. What? Oh, I got rid of the unholy intelligence. Whoops. Unholy intelligence. Does it say it if you control over there? Yeah, gained by capturing a viable entity with a dubious container. Okay. And that is a Vex, apparently. So, get yourself a... What is it that spawns the Vexes? It's, Oh, I forget the name now. It's one of those dudes, from the raids. Yeah, you can tell I've been away from Minecraft for a little while, haven't you? Because I've forgotten everyone's name. We should have, the ones that drop the totems. Anyway, invokers? That's it, yeah. Cool. Okay. So, today, what we were going to do is we were going to try and figure out the particle accelerator. Now, I'm not going to lie. I still don't have the brain power right now. I think we'll get the brain power again soonish, but not today. So, what I'm planning on doing today, we'll probably come back to this once we've got our first star, when we've got, infinite power, because it makes sense, doesn't it? Which, by the way, I do intend on continuing this series. Basically until All the Mods 10 to the Sky comes out. And then I'll probably do some wrap-up stuff. And I 100% am going to make at least 1 star. If not, try and automate all of it, right? So, in this series, which would be fun. But for now, I think we're going to give that one a miss. Just right now, because we need to get into one of the other mods. And that other mod is Extreme Reactors. So that's the plan for today. So we can't quite make the plutonium. Plutonium pellet. We can't quite make this one just yet for the Manhattan project. But we'll, or Manhattan module, I should say. But we will definitely keep that one in mind. We've got everything except the pellets right there, right? And that is because we need plutonium dust. And a way of getting that is either we go and find some in this uranite, or, yeah, uranite stuff. Which I'm pretty sure we could go find. We just got to mine around for a little while, and then I'm pretty sure we'll find it. Or, the other thing we can do is we can get ourselves some plutonium from Extreme Reactors using a reprocessor on some cyanide. Now, this is going to be extremely difficult for us. In fact, it's going to be ridiculously difficult because usually what you do is you make a couple of cyanide, because if we have a look at how you make cyanide, you can get the cyanide seeds, which are actually quite difficult. I'm quite glad they did this because it used to be like just 4 of the, you know, the ingots and like a lower tier essence, but now they've made it like really difficult to do this. But what you could do is make yourself a seed and then get yourself some essence, and it just makes everything way easier because it's quite slow getting cyanide. Or you can make yourself a bee. Now, I believe the bees are actually cheaper because it's only 1 block of cyanide to get it going on a radioactive bee. So, whatever you fancy doing, I think what I did was I made a bee and then I got loads of cyanide out of it and I made like 4 other bees. I made 5 bees in a hive in season 1. Actually, I think what I originally did was I made the seeds because the seeds were cheaper. Anyway, I highly recommend you use those 2 mods. The 2 mods that I've limited myself not to use this series. So, in that case, we're going to have to just crack on, I guess. Yes, we got some beniatite, so we're good on that one. We do need to make some of this stuff. Rossonite. Now, it doesn't tell you in JUI how to get it, which is not great. There is a bee for this as well, by the way. But, yeah, all of the bees from Extreme Reactors are kind of difficult to get. I did do it in my All the Mods 9 No Frills series, which was... I really love that pack. And I know there's a light version of All the Mods 10 coming out as well, but... I think we're kind of limiting ourselves in this version, aren't we? So, in this series. So, I don't think we're going to jump on the light version of All the Mods 10. However, if you're watching this in the future, I highly recommend that you play that version instead of the regular version. If your computer is struggling. Now, my computer is struggling when I've got, like, shaders on, right? So, I put some shaders on and I'm like, the frames... So maybe it would have been better if I waited for the light version to come out, but obviously I didn't do that. So anyway, let's try and get cracking, I guess, on this extreme reactors. So first thing is first, we need to make some cyanide. Let's just go for it at extreme. So the way that we make this is, I'm pretty sure. There you go. That's what you need to do. So you need to make either a basic or a reinforced. I don't think we can make reinforced. Oh, maybe we can make reinforced. What am I talking about? Right, I've preached about this like often enough right now, but I'm going to do it. So that's 1, 2, 3. We are going to be inside a chunk boundary because otherwise I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? I always tell people to make sure you build inside a chunk boundary. This is going to be actually quite small. It'll be all right. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where we need to be. Right. Dig this area out. I'm going to get this one put down. And I'll do the corners and everything as well. And then, you know what? I might just make this thing and then tell you how I made it. I think that'd be a good idea. All right. Back in a bit. Oop, that's worrying. Why is it doing it like that? That's so weird. Okay, I need to put these back up here, I think. Yeah, it crashed. My game crashed. Not sure why. I did ask it to do rather a lot, to be fair, making all of these things. Although, I probably need more of these reactor fuel rods. Now that I look at it, I might just do solid reactor fuel rods. This is what I've come up with, by the way. This is what I'm going to be doing. Now, I was like, 9 by 9. So I'll do 9 by 9 on the base. And then I'll make the inside 9 right here. But I forgot that this is the inside of 7. So it's 7 by 9 right now, which is a bit stupid. But it is what it is. I've done it now. I'm making all the reactor glass. And it's nearly done, actually. Which is pretty good. We're making loads of steel. I probably should do more steel. Like, I just have, like, a bunch of steel on hand. Because we need it for, like, everything, right? So, should be the plan, as it were. So, I also manually went and put in a bunch of the enriched carbon. Because this thing just, like, absorbs enriched carbon. So, yeah, I went through and I... put a load of coal, some of this stuff. Might actually get a bit more and just chuck it in. There you go. And that's done now. Perfect. You still going? Processing carbon? Why are you being weird? Okay, it's broken because of reasons. Cancel. It's fine. Whatevs. Anyway, that gave us... Oh, it really bothers me that it doesn't go back to the crafting menu. That is a applied logistics thing, though. So I was just praising... RS. I also know that this universal crafting thing is not by the people that make RS. It's like a separate mod. So if you're listening, please make it so you can just click this. Also, make the flipping thing be in the same place. Like, have it down here if needed. Just, it's weird having it up in the corner there. It's weird. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Reinforced glass. So take some reinforced glass. We do the same sort of thing. So we do one of those building gadget. We do that. And then we can go all the way across like that. There you go. And that fills it in. I'm pretty sure it does have a... Oh, are you... No. Oh, damn it. It has a connected texture when you're done. Or at least it did in previous versions. I don't remember now. I did do extreme reactors in like 2 videos or 3 videos in my main, my original series on this. It's been a while. Let's just put it. Let's just say that. It's been a while since I've done it. So that should be all of it done. Did I get it right? Oh, I got 1 extra. Oh, well, we've got 1 extra. Ah, we got 1 extra because of that bad boy right there. That's where that's going to go. Lovely. Okay, so we need to put in some of these reactor fuel rod thingies. And I'm literally... Yeah, we're going to do that, aren't we? We are... We're going to make it so this entire thing is full of this stuff. Of the fuel rod thingies. Get my stick. How the heck did I put those ones in sideways? Wait, are the ones over here in sideways as well? No. And there's one missing right there. That's really annoying. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit awkward. All right, you know what? Why does it make the glass breaking sound? That's a bit odd. You know what? I'm going to rip all of this back out and we're going to do it all one more time when we've got all of them together. Okay, made way more than we needed right there, but that's fine. My math might have been a bit off. This one, though, we can put that one in our offhand. And we can do that, like that. How did I mess it up so badly? I swear it was just... What? 7 times 9? 63. I'm so confused. Oh, because it's 7 by 7 on the middle, isn't it? Oh, you dum-dum. Okay, there we go. That's how I messed up all of the maths. Ignore me. Anyway. Right. Let's put this one away. And we'll put... You know what? I should have put that in my backpack, really. But, oh well. And this thing should technically be on. Obviously, it's not. Because we've got nowhere to put the fuel or anything. There should be a power tap. Yeah, let's make 1 power tap. Reinforced. So we're going to get ourselves 1 power tap. And we're going to try and get ourselves 2 of the solid fuel thingies. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. I'm just going to get 2. And we're just going to chuck a load of uranium in it. Just see how it works. Quick and dirty. That's how we're going to do it. this series. So that one there, and we'll get power out the front there. So I'm pretty sure you can set one of these to be in and one of these to be out. So you do something like that, and then eject waste or whatever. Yes. Okay. And then what we can do is a flux, also known as a trash can, because I just remembered, is it... Oh, well, to be fair, it might not... Why am I in this mode? It might not be that bad. It might continue producing waste even if this is full of power. So a flux plug might actually be the thing we want. I'm just going to stick that on our main network, I guess. There we go. And we're just going to chuck a load of uranium in here. Uranium. Let's get some blocks, I guess. There you go. That's not even that full. All right, let's get a bunch of them. Perfect. Nice. And we just say on. And it is making... Is that KFE? 600 KFE. Not bad. And it's making some decent, like, fuel right there. Yeah, we're not using this right here. I think it's fine, though. It's using quite a lot of this, which is absolutely fine. Okay, from this, we're going to get... Okay, waste, we've nearly got a bucket worth already. Is that right? Is that what that says? I think it is, like, reliant on the power output. Heat is sort of flickering in it between those two. Are you going to eject? Oh, there you go. We've got 2 already. That is insane. That's the quickest I've ever got cyanite, if I'm honest. Oh, amazing. We should probably have a look at the extreme reactors, like... it's got to be in here somewhere, right? The one for, like, power? Power stuff? Power. Here it is. Extreme reactors. You wanted us to make some of this and then go through all of that, did you? Nah. I'm just going to ignore these. Anyway, there you go. There's another cyanide. Oh, this is so good. Oh, yes. The next thing we're going to do is I am going to program in... I forget the name of it already. What's the thing that this goes into? This thing, a reprocessor. Yeah, so we're going to program in a reprocessor. Which is made with one of those. Ooh. Marine crystals. Okay. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of cyanite that we're going to need. Oh dear. We're going to use one reprocessor. Okay. I was going to do my big, you know, the this thing over here. Where we have, like, you know, our things so we can... Yeah, I was going to do that one and do it for the reprocessor, and then we'll just make, like, 3 reprocessors, but we're just going to make one because it takes so much cyanite. That's the plan. Let's get an ender chest. Or, you know what? Not beat around the bush. Get a modular router. Yeah, go on then. Why not? It's not that quick, is it, this thing? So it should be okay for us to do this. So if we do this here, pull it out of there, and then we send... There you go. So now it's just sending over there using a Mark 3 sender. This should do us, by the way. This should be like all of the uranium that we need to put in this. Because I think it's 1 uranium turns into a, yeah, cyanite. And we put in like several stacks, didn't we? So should have a good amount of cyanite now. Cyanite. Okay. We've got 10 right there. That would be enough for a bee right there if I was doing bees. Yeah. Okay, right. We need to do a reprocessor, and then that'll get us some plutonium. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to stop when we get plutonium. And I'll tell you why. Once we've got plutonium, we can turn it into plutonium dust with our Mark 3 or whatever it is, crushing spirit, right? And then we can get ourselves the Manhattan thingy, Manhattan module. And then that's that one out of the way. And then next episode, we'll finish off trying to make the Insanite block. I think that's the plan right there. Cool. Okay. So reprocessor is the name. Reprocessor. So we've done that one, We actually need like all of these things. So I'm just going to bookmark and wow, I'm just going to do all of these. So there's that one, We need the waste one. We need the fuel injector. We also need the output. And do I not have a dispenser? I swear I got the dispenser already. I don't have the, okay, the bow. Let's do that one instead then. There we go. Cool. Okay. Do we need to make more of these? We probably do. Okay, let's make a netherite autocrafter. It's going to make it really difficult when I convert everything over to AE when we're done with this. I'm joking. We're not going to do that. Or are we? See, now you don't know if I'm going to do it or not. Ooh. I did this thing in, I think it was All the Mods 8, where I had AE for a little while, and I completely changed it over to refined storage when refined storage came out, and I did not mention it whatsoever. I want to see if anyone noticed, and there was a load of people really confused. That was funny. Anyway, right, so now we're going to make ourselves a reprocessor. Reprocessor. Now, I actually have a guide on Extreme Reactors for, like, All the Mods 9. Or it might be All the Mods 8. I think it was All the Mods 9. Anyway, I'm going to go look up that because I actually put, like, the exact amounts of everything you need for, like, the reprocessor and stuff. So, and in fact, I will make a big recipe for it so you guys can see it. Right, that might not be how you spell reprocessor, but oh well. I'm going to put that one in. And we do that one and that one. And then that is the recipe right there. So, I'm going to stick that right there. And then we're going to say, make us a reprocessor. And we're missing a load of cyanide. I knew this would be an issue. Fine. We can't do the reprocessor right now. Now, any sane person would just make these. Or, at this point, I'm pretty sure you could make yourself some seeds as well. Cyanide. But yeah, it's going to take us a little while. Yeah, not quite at the point where you can make some seeds for it, but yeah. I'd make bees if I were you. But for now, there's nothing else we can do really. We just got to wait on this thing until it's finished. Right, I'm going to take the dogs out, I think, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, I've been out for about 45 minutes with the dogs, and we have got 115 cyanide. And we need... was it paper? Yeah, we do that, and it's this one. We need 193 more, so that means we've got like over an hour until we can do anything. So, I managed to make everything with this. Now, the only thing I need to do is add that as the, the import. Right there, so this is the reprocessor. Now, I think it's only fair that we put this over here as well. I'm going to put it right next to this, I think. So I've got, you know what? I'm going to try and remember how you're supposed to, like, create this. One of these goes in the top. I'm pretty sure it's the waste injector. Now, let's see if I can remember the exact... If I don't get it right, then I don't get it right, but let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3. I think it's a... Yeah, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why that's in my head, but I think that's how much each side has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. We do that all the way around. Maybe that's including the base. Nah, it looks like it was including the base as well, right? So we will get rid of those ones right there. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Right? Because 1, 2, 3... No, wait. Isn't there supposed to be one more than this? Why did I have only 36 then? Wait, do I have 36 here? Yeah, it says 36. If you do shape plus, you can see how many are right there, as long as it's under a stack. I don't know. I don't know why we've not got one of those. Maybe it's because one of these is actually... Ah, that's it. This one in the middle there. That's what it is. Thank you very much. There you go. So it's like that. I want to say it's the waste injector goes in the top. Nope, sorry. In the top. Which one was that? Waste injector? We're going to put fluid right there. We're going to put the reprocessor collector. I think that goes in the bottom like that. And then output here. That goes there. Oh, and not in the middle. You need to leave it empty, basically. And then this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And done. And that's it done, I believe. You need to give it power. So we're going to give it power at the back here. Lux point. And done. And then we need to give it water. Now, I was going to try and make a bunch of these, wasn't I? But we're going to do it with one, which is why I've got this backpack on me. So what we're actually going to do, I'm going to break that because it can go basically anywhere. So we're going to put that one at the top here like that. And what we'll do is we'll have a backpack right there. I'm not going to mess around with the wireless anymore. So this is going to sound very stupid, I know, but the plan is we've got a cable right here. I'm going to route it underground, under the water there, all the way over to there because the wireless is playing up right now. So we're not going to do that with refined storage. So I'm just going to dig down quite a lot. And then we're going to go off in this direction. And then we'll probably bump into our base. Okie dokie. This is what I've come up with. So we are going to go like that. Now, that's probably not the best place to put it, actually. Like this. Yeah. Here. That's probably the best place to put it. Right. Oh, I need one more cable. Damn it. All right. Cable. And we should be able to plug it in like that. I'm going to use a pipe to come out here. So that's fluid. And then we're going to use a logistical transport pipe, which is items. Bring it up there. So let's do pipe. I probably should automate all of the different mechanism pipes, but oh well, all good. And then logistical transport pipe. Get like a bunch of those. And we'll move those up to here. So we are going to basically make this so it only makes one at a time. So what I'll do is I'll actually say lock mode until... Until locked... Yeah, locked until all outputs are received back into the system. Perfect. Because what we could do, in fact, this is what I probably should do. Break that one, break that one, break that one. And there you go. So we'll go out the other side as well. So let's get some more cable. A lot of cabling to do with this. I feel like an electrician right now. So do something like that. There you go. And then over here, that's where I've got my output. We can just get a importer. Let's cancel that. Done. There we go. Right. So we can just put import bus, or sorry, importer right there. Lovely. Okay. We just say on. Not going to do anything because it hasn't got anything right now. So now all we need to do is program that in. So if we go and have a look for plutonium, there it is. We can say reprocessor, click on that one. We don't want the second set right there. So it's just 2 cyanide ingots and a water. And that will get us a plutonium. We do have cyanide ingots because this thing's still going. If we do that. Craft. Go. There you go. Do you see that? It put those two in the top right there. It did the injector thingy. Did we get it already? Flipping did as well. Just made some plutonium. Oh yeah, we haven't got any quests for this. Yeah, that's fine. So now what we can do with this is, in fact, how many do we need for the Manhattan Project? We only need 2. Okay, so let's just do a second one of those. And you can see it. And it should do... And done. Beautiful. Right. That is actually the beginning of what we wanted to do right there. So I'm going to use probably, if we run in here, I was kind of expecting one of these two not to have anything. Okay, this guy, you are not busy right now. That outputs directly into the interface right there. So that means we've got plutonium dust. Nice. And then we can use the plutonium. Wait, chuck those back in. What did I do for this one? Yes. Perfect. So that should make us 4. We come out here. You making us 4? Ah, booyah. That's the one that I really wanted to make last episode, but we didn't end up doing it. There we go. And then Manhattan module. Quest? No quest? Why no quest? What? We should at least get a quest because we got this, right? Oh, sorry. Wrong one. ATM star. Why you no give quest? What? There is a quest right there. Why are you locked? What? Okay. Magnetic coil. We've probably got that. There it is. Magnetic coil. Is it just because we never put it in our inventory? You get a lot of that when you play these sort of packs. There's the quest. And there's the Manhattan module. Perfect. Lovely. Okie dokie. So, that was all I really wanted to do today, if I'm honest. I was just thinking about it, actually. Some of these. Like, that one gives 3 legendary inks. That's pretty good. Blocks of coal. Okie dokie. Weird. More blocks of coal. Fair enough. Anyway. Oh, it's really tempting when we get our ATM star, maybe to make a couple of these and then set them off. But we'll do that once we've automated everything. And I'll do a backup beforehand and everything. So, we're all good. Anyway, right. That is pretty much all we've got time for today. This is how you get plutonium. Next episode, we are going to have to focus on getting some in anite, which is a different thing. We need some in sanite as well. But to get in anite, you actually need to get rosenite. You also need radiculite. To get radiculite, you need some magentite. And to get that, you also need ludicrite. And to get ludicrite, you need cyanite, but in liquid form. And you need plutonium, and you need 2 of those. Ooh, all of these that are... Yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, even that one. And that one. Yeah. Yeah, all of them that are like that. What we could do is we could actually program them in for the reprocessor. Like this one is a reprocessor recipe, right? For some reason it's putting double in there. I'm not exactly sure why. Why can I not get rid of it? Okay, there we go. It might be a bit funky because the fluids are a bit weird, but meh, we're going to put them in. Let's get rid of that one right there. It needs 2 buckets, does it? It does, yeah. And then this one. Oh, flipping heck. There we go. And then this one as well. It's a bit weird that it's got 2 in there, but still. And we've already got the plutonium right there. Yeah, we're going to need a fluidizer at some point, but I think we're all good right there for now. It'd be interesting to try and only use 1 reprocessor. Yeah. And if you're wondering, in fact, I'm going to put these in order because I think it goes, yeah, ludicrite, radiculite, in anite, and then in sanite. Perfect. Although technically you need both the in anite and in sanite because to make the in sanite block you need a block of in anite, right? So it's near enough that you need the exact same amount of both. So all good. Anyway, this one's the most annoying out of all of them, isn't it? Because we need 8 of this, which means we need 16 of the radiculite, which means we need 32 of the ludicrite, which means we need 64 plutonium. How much cyanite have we got? We haven't got quite enough to make the in anite right now. And it doesn't matter anyway, because we also need some rosenite, which comes from... okay, Ross... I'm just going to get this in my head before we end the episode, I think. That comes from Vidurium. Vidurium, right there. And the way you get Vidurium is yellorite and plutonium together. Or yellorium, sorry. Which is just some uranium. Yeah, it hurts my head after a little while, to be fair. So, yeah, but we do need to do that at some point. We'll probably do this recipe because it's easier. And is it 1 for 1? I think it is 1 for 1. So, but we'll need a bunch of that. And magentite, I believe, to get magentite right there, it'll be the other one, right? It'll be this. Which is where you fill your reactor with plutonium. And then you can get magentite out of it. So we need a lot of plutonium, in other words. I think we might be at the stage... No, I was going to say we might be at the stage where we start feeding or requesting items. Anyway, I think this is where we are going to finish the episode for today. So we did manage to get ourselves... What is it? Where did I put it? That one. There. Got ourselves the plutonium out of the plutonium that we needed. And we got the Manhattan module, which looks kind of cool, to be fair. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to have to end it. Next episode, I'll try and get the insanite, and we'll try and like figure out how much stuff we need. I might have to leave this AFK for a little while, I will admit. Which is fine, I can leave it AFK tonight a little bit. But yeah, let's call it there. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.